So I had an interaction with a content creator today, and I'll be honest, it didn't go like I thought it would. So if there's one thing you guys know about me, I like Transformers. Hell, look at my background. My place is a little bit of a mess because I've been working on various projects. But as you can see right here, I have a few shelves with Transformers. This is just like a little bit of them. However, to those who do not know, I actually have other hobbies that I love to partake in. Some of these hobbies that I have been going on longer than I've been collecting Transformers. And those are card collections, ladies and gentlemen. What you see here are all of my Marvel card sets, with the exception of one binder. It's that one with the purple handle in the very lower left corner. Those contain the first two ever Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle card sets back like the 80s and early 90s. Something I'm very proud of. That isn't counting my sports card collections, as you can see here and here. These are all the ones in the plastic boxes are cards that I am in the process of organizing to get ready to be placed in binders. And then finally we have these cards here. Once again, more cards that are in, some are in binders and so the rest are needing to be organized. It's been a busy year for me, as you can tell. So as a fan of Marvel cards especially, I went on YouTube over the last few months and I wanted to find people, who are like-minded that would collect Marvel cards, even sports cards and whatnot. But for me, it's mainly Marvel cards. And unless I'm putting in the wrong search terms in YouTube, I'm not getting what I'm hoping that I would get. Case in point, I think I've stumbled into a dark underbelly of YouTube regarding card flippers. You're wondering to yourself, Jeff, what are card flippers? And basically, those are the type of people that kind of think of like house flippers. They will buy a house, either do moderate repairs to it, and then sell it, hoping that they make a profit, or they'll literally just buy a busted down house and try to sell it for a lot more money than it actually is worth. Think of it like that, but applied to cards. And this isn't the first time I've come across something similar. The summer of 2024 on Facebook, I used to actually be a member of several DVD or movie groups, movie pages, fan pages, whatever you want to call them. And then those pages got infested with people who would show off their DVDs in plastic cases. Like, imagine the cases like what video games come in. Say you go to Target and they have the game. It's like in a plastic case. You got to take up to the cash register for them to open it up and give you your game. Something like that. Well, during the summer of 2024, people would start showing their pictures of their DVDs in these plastic cases, and on the cases that apparently that these cases would have a sticker, and it said that this DVD was graded. It was graded as such and such, as for reasons I don't know. I don't fucking care. Well, it's something like that, but for cards. What people will do is they will go to various businesses or whatever and have their cards graded. The intention basically is that they will get their cards graded, and they're just hoping for their card to be rated as some top tier card. I don't know what the goddamn designation is, and I don't really fucking care, because ultimately it is just a scam. Not only do you take your card into, or have your card sent off to some mythical business, they will grade your card with an appropriate appropriate deposit of money. That's right. That's where it all comes from, ladies and gentlemen. You give these guys money, they will grade your card upon some weird calculations that only they understand. They will then put your card into a hard case that is supposed to be secured or something. Like, you can't open it. It's supposed to be tamper proof. They slap a sticker or something on it, and then they ship it right back to you. Can you see the problem with this, ladies and gentlemen? Basically, it is, in my opinion, it is basically a business to deceive idiots, to give them money and their cards. And then basically, what's there to say that since these cards are being placed in tamper-proof containers or card cases, whatever the fuck you want to call them, that they're not actually returning to you your actual card? What's there to say that they don't just do a simple reprint on card stock and then whoop, right back to you? Basically, to me, this business model seems to be very scammy-like. And the whole concept is you send them your card. They grade it. Remember, they put on their little mythical wizard's cap. They look at the card. Okay, this card, the centering is off by 0.00001%. Oh, wait. The mask of Wolverine's mask, it isn't black enough. Well, we can only give this a score of a 5. And then they ship your card right back to you if it is your card. The hopes that these idiots have is that they get some ultra top tier graded card like a 9 or a 10 or whatever, or A, B, C, D, whatever the fuck. And then they can be like, hey guys, I got this top gem 13 plus minus negative A, B, D card or whatever. And they're hoping that there will be some fucking idiot, because there is some fucking idiot that will buy this card, and they can set the price. Well, you want my ultra rare butt scratching card that I paid $80 to get graded, and it came back as a level 9? Well, this card is going to cost you $500. That's right. $500 for a card that may not even be my legitimate original card. To me, these people are literally just right above that group of people that, the Pokemon card scalpers, the people that Moist Critical have been talking about for the last few weeks. That's how I view these people. These people are like the plagues of collectors. To me, I don't even consider them to be collectors. They're not collectors. They're card flippers. And that's why I call them card flippers. They do not actually legitimately like what they do. They basically see it as a quick rich scheme. Sorry about that. They see it as a get rich quick scheme, and where they can just manipulate mentally vulnerable people. Well, today, I've been watching people's videos for a while, and I just wanted to, what I would love to do, is just find one video of a person who is just talking about their card set. Just talking about the card set. Tell me what you love about the card set. Tell me what lore does this card set have. Tell me something about it that would blow my mind, because these people will say, oh, this is like one of the greatest card sets ever. And then you're waiting. And you're waiting. And you're waiting for them to explain why this is one of the greatest card sets ever. And they don't do that. What they do is that then they'll start opening up the packs. Basically what they do is they'll open up unopened boxes of cards. And this is where you realize that these people are not real collectors. They're not real collectors. They may claim that they're collectors, but they're not. They're not. Because if you listen to what they say, it gives it away all the goddamn time. So I came across a person's video. I've been watching this person's videos for a couple weeks now. Couple weeks now. And I'll be honest, I was just getting more and more and more disenfranchised. And it got to the point, like, I was watching this guy's video, and instead of actually talking about what he loves about these cards, because he said before that he already has this set. But he got another set of these cards. It was a metal tin set. And he already had this set, but he just wanted to buy another one. Instead of actually talking, giving us an in-depth, analysis, like why he likes these cards. Why does he like this card set? What is it about this artist that he likes? What is it about this character that he likes? He would show a card, give the most basic, generic information. Well, I don't like this card because it has a solid background, a solid color background. Or it was a facial portrait of a character. But the moment it comes to the grading, that's when he really starts taking off. He's like DSP Gaming when DSP starts talking about money. DSP looks so fucking bored and he doesn't have the knowledge of the games that he plays. But the moment he starts talking about money, that's when he really starts getting animated. So, like I said, there I was watching this, and he was just giving the most basic fucking information. Basic opinions. Stuff you could literally find on the back of a Bazooka Joe comic bubblegum package, whatever fuck. And then he would start talking about, well, I have this card, and this is where he would talk the most about. I have this card, but I've never been able to get it in Gem 10, Gem 18, whoever gives a fuck. It's whatever the fucking scale is that he sends his cards like the fool he is off to this grading business. I've never been able to get this card in this grade level. I would love to get it in this grade level. And here I am. I've been trying to find a video of somebody who would like to talk about cards. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to look like a giant jackass trying to do this on camera. But I have one of the binders of cards. Here you go. This is the 1994 Fleer Ultra X-Men. Instead of actually, let's say Cyclops right here. I know you can't really see it. But instead of, just talking to us like we were friends. Or just talking to us about your love of Marvel cards like this guy did, and everything. Just tell us what you like about Cyclops. Okay, if you don't want to talk to us about Cyclops, let's talk to us about Wolverine. Tell us what is it that you like about Wolverine. Just give us some sort of fucking information. And like I said, this guy, I want this card. I really wanted this card. I hope to get this card in Super Gym Mint Ultra Power, ball scratching level, And I just got tired of it. I just wanted to find somebody who could just talk to me. Just talk to me about like what they love about this set. I could, if I had a proper setup, I would go over each and every one of these cards. And trust me, there's a lot of fucking cards in here. This binder actually has two different sets. It has the 1994 and the 1995. I would go over each and every one of the fucking cards about what I love about them. And that's something you realize with these card flippers. They don't really give you the most detailed information. It is the most basic, bland, generic. You can just tell their heart really isn't in it, because their heart really isn't into the collecting. It's more into the gathering and the flipping aspect of whatever their collecting is. So, after listening to this guy talk about, flipping his cards or grading his cards and all this shit, I just left a straight message. I left a straight message. And here's how this all went. Here's how this whole interaction went. Trust me, it isn't going to be that long. Here's how it started. I said, you know, it's kind of sad. You sound more interested in making money off these cards by getting them graded. And then I put down in parentheses, major scam, by the way, it's designed to take advantage of the idiots. Then actually caring for the hobby itself. I've watched hundreds of videos from various card collectors, and they seem to care. All they care about. Oh, hold on. And all they seem to care about is getting a high graded card so they can flip it. You guys are sad. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it was just a simple message. Maybe a little bit negative, possibly. But when you've been looking through video after video after video, and you have people saying, oh, I love Marvel cards. Oh, I love this hobby. This hobby's given so much to me. Yeah, we know what you mean by it's given so much to you. You get kind of a little bit discouraged. You know, you get a little bit upset, you know. Here's how it went. I also love this. I love how he just assumes. He just fucking assumes. By the way, I am censoring this person's name because he should not have any sort of recognition. Nobody should go to this guy's channel because honestly, the more I watch this guy's videos, the more I think it's more of a way for him to try to hook more innocent people into this pyramid scheme. Yeah. I can clearly tell that this is the first video you've watched of mine based on your comment. Which is fine, but to assume I am just trying to make money off these is insane. I keep almost every card I grade because I am a collector, not a seller. Keep in mind he said that he keeps... I keep almost every card I grade. Almost every card I grade. I'm a collector, not a seller. I do sell some duplicates and some cards I simply don't like to help recoup some money that I spent on the box. Wait, so what the fuck is it? Are you a seller or are you not a seller? And I only really collect cards from the 90s. What does that have to do with jack shit? I like grading them to preserve them. And you will notice almost all of these cards have a very low population report due to being 30 plus years old. What the fuck does that have to do with just having the collection? You think I have any of these damn things graded? Fuck no. Fuck no, I do not. What is that? What is having a low population have jack shit to do with the fact that you're fucking selling and flipping cards? Just because you personally don't like grading does not mean you have to project your hatred towards it everywhere you go. Well, that's kind of funny considering this was the first time I even mentioned anything about this to anybody. So this guy is just one of those assholes that assumes that wherever I go, I'm just going to be negative. Maybe if it wasn't for the fact that you are just one step above Pokemon card scalpers, yeah, that's kind of why I'm a little bit like this, you know. Weird way to live, my friend. Now he's trying to be oh god, what's the word? He's trying to placate. I guess that's the right word maybe? I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Now, I just love this part. Edited. I just went to your channel and I couldn't believe you're a grown middle-aged man. Lol. Would never have guessed that based on your comment. What's wrong with my comment? My comment was actually pretty, it was pretty decent. I mean, I could have just gone like F bombs, and I could have literally just torn this guy a new asshole. All I said was basically it was sad that this collecting is just basically people flipping their cards. Keep in mind, like I mentioned already, it's basically a scam. They don't know what their card is actually worth. They're just giving their card and their money to some fucking business in the hopes that this business will throw the magic dice and tell them, oh, your card is an A grade card. Yeah, I'm old. Hell, god damn, I didn't know I was old. Thanks for letting me know though. I just did not know that I was old. I thought this grayish white color in my hair, I thought that was just for decoration. Little did I know I'm actually fucking old. Who would have fucking thought? Who's next? Hey Jeff, you're fat. Haha. Yeah, I already know that also. So after him just laying the smacketh down on my candy ass, I was defeated. I was defeated. I think he thought I was actually just gonna kind of walk away and like with my head held low and just kind of literally just leaving it as is. I replied, and here's what I said. The fact that I'm a middle-aged man, middle-aged means I can't have the opinion of that card flipping. What you are doing, deny it all you want, is something only a young person would think. Being a bit ageist, aren't you? And yes, ageist is actually a real word. This is actually where I wanted this guy to see if he would actually rise to the challenge. I don't mind admitting I'm wrong if I'm wrong. I've admitted I'm wrong a lot of times before. So I propose a good-hearted challenge to this guy. I propose a 10 video challenge for you. Make 10 videos where you don't mention cards getting graded. Don't mention anything that is related to grading or its possible sale. Talk only about the card set itself and what it means to you. Include your likes, dislikes, about what the pros and cons of that set are. Basically anything to show your knowledge of the card sets you flip. If you do this, then I'll make an apology video and I'll admit that I was wrong that, and then the person's name is censored, isn't a card flipper. He's still an ageist, but he actually has a shred of knowledge about what he's talking about. Example, your thoughts regarding the 1992 Marvel Masterpiece, box set. Pros or cons? Also, YouTube shorts don't count. They have to be a minimum of 30 minutes. I know you can do it. You don't seem to be that lazy. Also, I like the condescending tone. I can tell this is your first time watching my videos. Actually, no. I watched a few of them. I just get tired of the veiled card flipping undertones you mention. It was a simple challenge. This guy was so eager to put me in my place. He was so eager to put me in my place. He called me old. He thought I was young. He was just all over the place. It was like me versus Mike Tyson, and I can't box with God, basically. So I was thinking, I make this challenge. Like I said, hell, if I had a setup, I could do it right now with this, Make him a challenge and have him put me in my place. Like I said, I don't mind saying I'm sorry if I am put in my place. Here's what he ultimately said. This will be my last response to you. To those who don't realize it, people who say, this will be my last response to you, two things. Number one, normally it is in their last response. Number two, did I say number two? I can't remember. Number two, saying this will be my last response is basically the get out of jail free card for people who don't have the ground to stand on. Instead of actually trying to talk it through, debating it through, whatever, talking format that you prefer to take, basically saying this will be my last response to you basically means they lack anything they can really say, and they're just hoping that by them saying that that they will basically, that you'll leave defeated, and basically just leave them alone so they can continue to do what it is that they want to do, which is basically try to rook impressionable people into thinking, oh my god, I got a Wolverine card. I could probably send it in. I'll have to give this company $100 to get it graded, but maybe this can be like an ultra rare level 30 card. Woo! That's basically what they want. They want to basically push the people who are critics away so they can be left alone to prey on the vulnerable. It's kind of like what DSP does with his audience. I love this. From this point forward, it's basically like this is like an ex-boyfriend gaslighting his ex-girlfriend. YouTube is a public space, so you will always have people like yourself spreading negativity in the comment sections. I was literally just talking, giving you my opinion. I could have been really negative to say how your mom she's disappointed in you, your ex-wife hates your guts, your kids wish you were dead. I could have gone that route, but I didn't. I was trying to be nice, It was totally my fault for engaging in it and even taking the time to respond. You do know you're a content creator, right? So one of the things that content creators normally do is to interact with with the people who leave comments. It's kind of a thing, unless, like I mentioned before, you are basically in this to brainwash people and to get them to do stuff. Are you actually one of the co-owners of that grading business? Is that why you're trying to push me away? Anyway. Let's see here. In regards to me mentioning the age, I was saying it more so in a reference to our age group. No, you weren't. I am not young myself. Now here he is. He's trying to rationalize and trying. Oh, see, I'm just like you. I'm an older guy. I can see through the gaslighting techniques. I've been following Phil Burnell and all the shit he does online for the last 18 plus years. I know gaslighting when I see gaslighting. Nice try, jackass. I could never imagine spreading a negative comment on someone else's video, so I kind of just assumed it would have been someone more immature. I love that double speak. Oh, I'm a nice guy. I'm a very nice guy. Oh, you're a piece of shit. You're immature. I know he didn't say you're a piece of shit. I'm just for reference. You're just immature. It's like I said, it's like this guy is an ex-boyfriend. He's convincing you that it's your fault that he beat the shit out of you. It's your fault that he kicked you down the pair of stairs. Let's see here. Where was I? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. I like to make the content that I specifically want to make and what I am passionate about. Flipping cards. It is primarily 90s Marvel cards, and I do grade cards to collect. So yes, I will mention that in videos. That's not the problem. It's how often you fucking do it. It may not be a lot that you mention it, but when you compare, you see more animated, more informational about card flipping than you do actually card collecting. Okay, for example, here is a card of Tyler. It's Cable's son in the future. So basically, Jeff, what can you tell me about this character or this card? Well, it's actually a tragic story about Tyler. Tyler wanted to be like his father, Cable, and basically, he ended up getting manipulated, and by Apocalypse, and he ended up becoming the bad guy or evil guy, whatever you want, super villain. he became the supervillain Genesis. And this guy, he was not a good guy, basically. And if I remember correctly, I think Cable really kind of took it to heart that his son ended up falling to the dark side. Basically, it's kind of like a Star Wars allegory, I guess you could really say. You know, like he wanted to be good, but he ended up becoming bad. Now, if you ask, somebody like this guy, like, well, what can you tell me about this card? What can you? I don't like it. Why not? Well, here's the next card. That's basically kind of what I'm talking about, and I think I lost the trail a little bit. Okay, so basically what I was trying to say was, like, I could give you a little bit of a decent history regarding this card, or the character. When it comes to card flippers, they can't really tell you that much about the character or the card or what makes the card awesome or anything. They will look at you and go, well, you see the corners, they have problems. The corners are a little bit messed up. There's a little bit of speckling on the picture. There's a little bit it's off center a little bit. If you're just collecting cards to collect cards because you're a card collector, you don't care about value. They don't give a shit about that. They have the card. They're happy to have the card. I could care less if this card's in good shape or not because I'm a collector. I just like having it. Whereas card flippers, they look at it more as, how much can I get out of this? I never claimed that I do not sell cards. Hold on. I'm talking about flipping. There's a difference between just selling and flipping. You do know that, right? Flipping is where you go and get these cards and you get a grade and then you go for a quick buck. That's what I'm accusing you of. Selling. Let's see here. Where was I? Let's see here. I do that as well, but I already said that. I do not feel the need to prove that to you. Why? It shouldn't be that hard. If you're just an honest collector, that does it for the love. What? You can't make 10 videos of you opening these cards up, opening a binder up, and just talking about it? Let's see here. I have videos showcasing my binder sets that are non-graded cards. Where there is much less grading talk. There's still grading talk, though. Regardless of your opinion, thank you again for taking the time to check out the video, and I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors. So he was just trying to push me away. Basically, here's a guy who's like, oh my god, this guy is not fucking giving up. He's not falling for it. He's seeing through everything I'm saying. I gotta get rid of him. And here's my response. So you don't take on a simple challenge. And that was my mistake. I should have said, so you won't take on a simple challenge. That was my bad. Even I can have an off day. Okay. That's all you had to say. You don't have to try and explain your way out of not wanting to accept a challenge. Ultimately, it was down to him. If he wanted to accept it, he could. All he had to do was just say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. But instead, he tries to give some grandiose reason. Oh, I'm not doing it because of this, and this, and I don't have to prove this to you. All you have to do, literally, just save yourself some time typing to say, no, I'm not going to do it. Let's see here. Oh, well, as you say, I wish you the best in your future endeavors. And then I put in a little edit because I didn't notice it until I sent this off. Edit. Are you literally liking and favoriting your own replies? How desperate and beta are you? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here, check this out. Message from him. He liked it and he loved it or hearted it, whatever the fuck that means. And then there's mine. And then here's his. He liked and favored it or whatever it's called. His. It's like he's so desperate for attention. He just has to put me in my place. And when he finally thinks he does put me in my place, he's like, you know what? I did a good job putting him in his place. That fucking loser he is. Here, I'm going to give myself a like and a favorite. Boop, beep. Because I'm just so fucking awesome. I know that this video went off the rails a little bit. Basically, I was just trying to talk about like how it doesn't seem like there are actual collectors on YouTube. There may be, and I just haven't located them yet. But every time I come across a video, it's mainly people just talking about, like, for this card, for example. Oh, well, here we have Tyler. I've sent this card away 15,000 million trillion times, and I've never gotten more than a grade level D plus. That's what it seems like whenever I see these videos. You never hear people give their honest, like honest feelings about it. Like, oh my god, I used to have this card when I was younger. I'm glad to have this card again. No, it's always something that is related to them trying to. It's like the chase for the almighty dollar. And I just want to find videos where people give, like, heartfelt memories, anecdotes, talk about, how long it took them to gather this card setup or whatever. But yeah, so that's basically what I was just kind of wanting to talk about. It isn't so much I'm mad about the sellers, because people sell cards all the time. It's the people that will literally go take the card, for example, put it in an envelope, send it off with however much money, $50, $80, $100, however much, to get it graded by some people who wear a magical, mystical cap. Send it back and say, this card is a level gem 10 plus BD minus. And then people are like, oh my god, it's the top card. I can sell it for $1,000. And then they will then market it to a bunch of idiots that don't know any better. That's what my issue is. It isn't so much the selling of the card, it's people using false promises that they can't even tell if it's actually true or not. But that is all I really had to say. I just wish that there were some people who just actually just collect Marvel card sets that are on YouTube. That way I would love to be able to talk about all these sets I have, because a lot of these sets I've been collecting since like 1990. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all later. Peace out.